Hi guys, welcome to my website. I just wanted to take a brief moment to kind of introduce myself and tell you a little bit about my story. I know that I kind of put it in writing too, but it's always nice to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, right? So I just wanted to tell you my name is Dr. Dixie Short, also known as Dr. D. So you'll see it sometimes both ways on the site. But I am a doctor of natural medicine. I did not start out focusing my career on natural medicine. In fact, I actually was starting in traditional medicine, and it was during school where I was triple major in sciences, all sciences, by the way. So I was already just an overachiever even then. But during that time frame at school, I found that I got really, really sick. And I did what I was trained to do and what we're all trained to do. I went to my doctor. I spent less than 5 minutes per interaction with my doctor. And I know what it's like on the other side of the looking glass. So I know 5 minutes with a patient translates over to like 2 hours worth of paperwork. It is bananas the way that everything kind of translates out. But in that 5 minutes, I ended up leaving with a minimum of 6 prescriptions. I think the very first time I went to the doctor, I ended up leaving with 8 prescriptions. And when you're sick and you're hurt and you want to just get better, you you have so much trust in the people that are part of your health care and wellness team that you don't really look into every single thing because you're trusting them. You're already in that sick, vulnerable, weak, you just want anything to work state. So you're not doing the due diligence. And if you don't have someone in your corner to do that for you, you kind of end up with a similar situation with me where you're taking things because you're told to take them. And I got to the point where my breaking point was when I went to the emergency room with my aunt, and we were in there. I'm not even messing with you. It was 13 hours. There was like at least 3 car accidents. It was a long, very long time frame in the ER. And they told me point blank, we don't know what's going on with you, but we really need you to take care of it. I'm like, thank you. I don't know what's going on with me either. I'm going to kind of need something more. And every time I spoke with them, I felt like I just wasn't being heard. And I noticed I was just getting sicker and sicker. And my aunt, who was an ICU nurse, who also took me to the ER, thank you, Aunt Lori, she saw all the prescriptions because at this point, I'm not even joking, guys. I had a bag. It was a grocery bag that I carried with me full of medications because I had to take at least 1 pill every other hour. And she yelled at me because she was like, do you even know what you're taking? I'm like, well, yes, no, kind of. And she's like, Dixie, you're in the medical field and you're going to become even further in the medical field. You have to know what you're getting. And unlike most people, I have access to all those drug books. Turns out I was taking things that were honestly countering each other out. So I was on an upper and a downer. What's the point of taking both, right? I had something that would increase my stomach acid, while something also decreased my stomach acid. So everything was canceling each other out with the exception of like the army supply of antibiotics. I swear I went through at least 14 different antibiotics, which is murder on your entire immune system and your digestive system. We can talk about that later though. The whole point was I I got to the point where I was like, there has to be another option. And because I am all about science, I have a bunch of friends who are also all about science. And one of them made a joke. He's a botany major. And he told me, he's like, well, why don't you go see an acupuncturist? I mean, you tried everything else, right? And like, I went in, I feel so bad because I was so horrible to them. I was so mean. And they have you fill out this form, kind of like what expect to get. And then at the very end, they have you like evaluate your procedure and how you feel after. And I remember the practitioner asking me, he was like, "So, how do you feel? How was it for you?" And I was like, "Well, crap." And he's like, "What do you mean?" My entire scope of practice, everything I thought I knew was wrong. And because I'm science based, I was taught that when something goes against what your belief system is, the facts don't match up, you change your belief system. You don't change the facts to fit your beliefs. So I ended up enrolling in natural medicine within like a month, and I haven't looked back since. And within 30 days of changing just out like my nutrition, turns out I was creating 90% of my health issues, which, spoiler alert, most of us are and we don't realize it. But within 30 days, I was already feeling better. I was going from vomiting every 15 minutes to I didn't throw up for over a year. So I know that whatever point you're at right now, it might seem like you are alone and no one's listening. And I just want you to know that I am always here. I'm more than happy to listen, and I will try and come up with solutions that are going to fit you. And I think I'm not telling you by any means to not talk to your doctor. In fact, I tell you the polar opposite. I'm just telling you how to become your own advocate so that you don't end up with this huge bag of medicines that you don't need and that are actually doing more harm than good. I want you to be healthy, happy, and successful in everything that you do. And the only way to ensure that is to make sure that you have the knowledge needed. That's why I'm such an avid blogger. I'm going to do everything I can to provide you guys with as much education as possible so that you can make an educated choice and you can do what's best for you. So if you guys want to chat, there's a link at the bottom for you to make an appointment with me. I am, again, more than I have an open door policy. So if you want to talk, come at me. And until then, I hope you are staying safe and healthy. All right. Bye, guys.